Security team, this is Pastor Paul Bokel, and Ezra may make an appearance in this as well. He's hanging out up here with me in the office to make sure to get the point across to you guys that our kids are important and valuable. Really, he just woke up early from his nap, and Mom is at the store. So, do you want to come say hi to everyone or no? Anyway, he is one of the reasons why security is so important, is because our kids are very valuable. Come up here and say hi. Can you say hi to everyone? Say hi there. Anyway, here's the drill. We're going to have 3 security folks during our time at the Jeslyn. 2 of them will be at the Orpheum, protecting our children and guarding the gate there. 1 will be over at the Jeslyn. This PDF file that I'm going to be showing you as a part of this video is going to be attached at the very bottom of this post, and so you'll be able to see it there at the very bottom of this post. Jables, Pastor Jason Black, will also have a copy of this on the day of. He'll be able to answer any questions that you have. He's there to help you, to equip you to fulfill your role and answer any questions that you have. Yes, absolutely. Go for it. So that will be, if you have any questions on the day of, you can ask him those questions and he will help you out with that. Or you can just print this out yourself and take it with you. You'll see a couple things on here. One is at the top of here, everybody have your head on a swivel. You're working somewhat as hospitality people, but primarily as security people. But we still want to be friendly and greeting new folks, and we want to be guarding the gate against potential new folks who may not be where they're supposed to be. So keep your head on a swivel looking for new folks, either to greet them in a friendly fashion or to take the appropriate action concerning them. Forget about the people you already know. Wear your t-shirts. You're going to have security t-shirts that are going to be available to you this Sunday, December the 8th, when we begin to meet at the Jeslyn. So have those t-shirts, wear those. Wear your lanyards. These, again, are going to serve to set you apart so that those in need of direction and in need of help will be able to know exactly who to go to. And they also give you a sign of authority that you're going to need if say you have to tell somebody they're not in the correct spot and need to go somewhere else. They'll just, again, add to the legitimacy of the position that you have. Those of you who are bigger might not need it. Those of you who are smaller definitely will. But anyway, wear your t-shirts, wear your lanyards that will have the logo, Redemption Church logo on them, and carry your walkie-talkies with you. You're going to need those. Jason Black will be sure, if you can't find them, he'll know where they are. He'll help you. He'll tell you where to locate them. For Orpheum Security, there's going to be 2 folks there. There's going to be 2 of you. Let me show you this map real quick. 1 is going to be roaming the hallway here. You'll be able to see this on your PDF a little bit better, but this hallway in between the classes, 1 security person will be there. The other security person will be at the lobby down near the doors. Okay, so that's from 10 to 10:30 as people are arriving. There's 1 at the doors, 1 in the hallway who's going to be walking the hallways and checking the rooms. The person at the door, be welcoming and friendly, but don't talk too long. Just welcome the people in. If they're new, especially if they're not new, you can simply just say, hey, how y'all doing? And everybody will know where to go. If they're new folks that you've never seen before, then welcome them, say hello to them, greet them, and move them on in the right direction. Don't talk too long. Again, your primary focus is to stay focused on the task at hand, protecting everyone. So you need to stay focused on that. However, don't lose in that your friendliness and your ability to greet people and be friendly in that. The person in the hall, you do the same. Be welcoming and friendly in that. Don't talk too long to the people. Move people on to the correct room based on how old their children are. That's a way that you can talk to them. How old are your kids? Direct them to the right room. And again, those rooms are labeled on your little guide map down below that you just saw. But stay focused, and then periodically check into the rooms just to make sure there's nothing going on fishy in there and all that. Orpheum Security, we're still on you 2 guys that are going to be in the Orpheum. After 10:30, both of you folks will move down into the lobby area, and that's where you'll hang out. During this time, you might be given the name of a parent from a kids volunteer. A kids volunteer might come out and say, so-and-so. Can you radio that name over to the Jeslyn? Just radio that name over to the Jeslyn, and the security person over there will take it from there. In extreme emergencies, and this will be only in the most extreme emergencies, a Kids Volunteer will give you a 3-digit number. This is going to be for immediate assistance from a parent. You will simply radio over immediately that 3-digit number to the security person over there. If that person does not answer their radio with the parent's name, if the person doesn't answer the radio, that's fine. Just wait for them to maybe answer, and then communicate that name to them. There's not a rush. But with that 3-digit number, if you do not get an immediate response from the person across the street to that 3-digit number, then you will immediately run, one of you will immediately run across the street with that number, and you will pass it on physically to the security person there. If you cannot find the security person there, then you will take that number and you will politely but immediately interrupt whoever has the microphone at the front, and just discreetly tell them what the number is. Immediately and discreetly tell them what the number is, and they will handle it from there. Okay, but you're going to be there in the lobby ready to do that. Here's a couple scenarios that you'll see on your sheet here. Parents, if it's parents, again, just greet, direct them, introduce them to the Kids Ministry volunteers as that applies. Stay in the lobby and in the hallway and stay focused. If it's a panhandler, be very kind to them. You'll most likely be able to identify a panhandler. Say, please join us at the Jeslyn, and remove them immediately. There's no need for them to be there, not even to use the bathroom. Send them across the street to use the bathroom. Simply tell them, we have kids here, we're trying to keep this area free of anybody at all, so that all of our kids and everything can carry on unhindered, and remove them immediately from there. Okay, so be kind but be firm, and remove them out of there. If it's a non-parent, ask them, do you have any kiddos? If they say no, just say, we're meeting over at the Jeslyn, and direct them over to there. They'll be able to see a sign over there. You can just point them over in that direction. If they say to you that they're a kids volunteer at that point, just let them go. But the hallway security guy needs to be checking into these rooms periodically, so that nobody can, it's probably not going to happen, but just in case somebody was to lie and say they were a kids volunteer, go into that room and start causing trouble, that's why that person in the hallway will need to periodically check into those rooms. Alright, so that's the Orpheum security. This is a new role. It's only going to be a role during the transition over at the Jeslyn. So we're going to beef it up. It's going to be a far more superior team, or a far bigger team. More people are going to be required to be on it and to sit out of the service, and so we thank you deeply for your extra dedication and your extra service in that area. And once we're back in the Orpheum, we can go back to security as normal. But thank you all so much for your extra dedication. Finally, the Jeslyn security person will operate the same way that they always did at the Orpheum. They'll simply just be the same again, except with the t-shirt and the lanyard and the walkie-talkie at this point. You have more space to cover at the Jeslyn. There's more spaces that are accessible immediately from there in the lobby at the Jeslyn. Do not let people wander around this space. We don't own it. It's not ours. There's going to be some of the owners of this space will be there, or some of the people who work at the space will be there to kind of help you with this. But at the same time, don't let people wander. Pay attention to how long someone's been in the bathroom, for instance. If someone's been in the bathroom for 45 minutes, it's time to go check on them. Trust your gut in that, and make sure that there's nobody wandering around. Again, you might get radioed the name of a parent. If you get radioed the name of a parent, you need to go to that parent directly, or ask somebody near the back if they know where that parent is. Someone in the know, a pastor or an usher or someone. Ask them if they know who such and such is, and they can retrieve that parent. They're needed. It's not an emergency, but the parent is needed across the street. If you get a 3-digit number, again, I will reiterate this. In the case that you were radioed a 3-digit number, this is an emergency. This has never happened. We've never had to deal with anything like this. But in case it was to happen, if there was an extreme emergency, you would be radioed a 3-digit number that the parent knows corresponds with their child. The parent knows this. At this point, you will take that 3-digit number, and immediately, no matter what's going on, you will go to whoever has the mic and say, just politely say, please excuse me for a second. And then you can just speak that number to whoever's up there on the microphones, the number 126. At that point, whoever's on the microphone will handle it from there. They'll say, we need parent with of child number 126, and that person will be then be able to know that it's an emergency and they need to head over and get their child. So just in that situation, be immediate, but stay calm and polite in it, but don't worry about interrupting whatever it is. Just be as immediate as possible about it while staying calm and staying polite in that interruption. Lord willing, nothing like that's going to happen, but we want to be prepared just in case it does. Alright, so start pumping some iron, get those security shirts on, look tough and mean this coming Sunday, but also friendly and welcoming and inviting. And thank you all so much for all that you're doing. Love you guys.